Layoff troubles. Is it a wake-up call for students who aspire for a US education? Just today, I came across this report in a leading Indian newspaper. That is, Indian techies scramble for jobs to stay on in US. It says over 2 lakh workers are axed since November, that is November 2022, and we are now in January. So 30 to 40% are Indians. I believe it is much more higher. It could be 50, 60 percentage, or could be um, Indians, and I also believe, yes, majority of them should be on either on the visa type of H1 and L1, and that is where is the challenge. It's not just the job on which they are, that is job visas like H1, L1. There is much more issues behind that. Because if you look at earlier times, that is around year 2000, people went on from getting educated in India, then they went to US in early 2000, and that time there was dot-com burst also. Not, I mean, there were job losses, but not to this much. And moreover, I mean, they didn't have, I mean, bank loans as well. That is where the challenge is going to be now. Because even if we go by this standard, it's about around 50,000 minimum, 50K or 50,000 of them would be looking for jobs, and that too on H1, and again it's on a time frame that is about 2 months, and whether they can get a job during that time, that's a challenge, and it's going to create enormous pressure on those folks. So again, such a situation we are seeing the first time in US, though layoffs are common. First time we are seeing situation where, I mean, just an email is sent across that you are no longer required in job on one fine morning. So every day you need to look out for the mails whether you are in job or not before you start the work. That is how it has become in US. That too with the top tech companies of US. It is the layoffs are just through emails. So what are the takeaways, particularly if you are going to aspire a US based um, degree, be it MS or MBA? So what are the takeaways? So the first one is, all these big tech companies have operation in India too. There are layoffs, but it is just not to that extent. Maybe if it is 2 lakh, maybe it is around max 1%, 2000, around 2000, 3000 layoffs are happening, and all of them is disguised layoff. It is not through email. Generally, it's not through email. They call you up to the office, and then probably, I mean, they will ask for a resignation to be given, and then there is some kind of compensation being added. So it is at least, yes, it could get into you. Maybe you get maybe a day's time, few hours. So you know that it's going to, when they call to office by the HR, at least you know something not good going by the current trends on one fine morning being called to HR. So at least you are prepared. But otherwise, yeah, looking at the email daily at the morning and see whether it is something, some email is going to pop up in your box. That is always will keep you on the edge. So more than that, yes, the percentage is very, very less compared to US. So this is less than 10% when you compare with US. So why layoffs are less in India? And that's another question should come to your mind. Probably it is the point is the cost to the company is fairly less in India. It could be 1/5 of what is our around that 1/4 or 1/5 of what is the US pay. So compared to that, it is just 1/5. So probably tech companies are on cost saving mode. So they think this job can be done over here, because they have already seen this happen with the remote working when pandemic happened. So they are of the opinion the job can be done from a remote location as well. So why do we require so many people over in US? So that's where is the challenge. But for folks who have gone to US, particularly if you're having gone for an MS degree, and that is where the challenge is going to be. And if you, even if you wish to come back, yes, the pay scale is not, you can't compare with the pay scale of US. And if you're on an education loan for getting your US degree, MS or MBA, it's more than 50 lakhs plus INR you would have spent in couple of years. And if you have not yet started your repayment, and even if you have started repayment, yes, there's a big chunk of your earnings will go as repayment. And that's going to be difficult with just Indian pay to make the EMI paid back. That is the education loan. So yes, now folks in US have trouble, but this should be a wake-up call if you're still in trying to plan to get into US for your MS or MBA degree or any kind of a foreign degree. Yes, this is the challenge you are going to face. All the hustles of getting H1B, green card or any other immigration laws keep changing. So you will fairly end up upward of 2 years for your education, and then at least 4 5 years into the job is then what you can really think about. But yes, US has a culture, this layoff culture. It is recruitment happens in tons, and similarly the layoffs are becoming uh, very common, that too with the best companies who had earned so much profit, but still because of many pressures, margin pressures, the layoffs are happening. So particularly the key takeaway is that if you're aspiring to go to US for your higher education, then yes, you need to do good homework, and yes, prepare for it, prepare for all these eventualities, because now the layoffs are not just performance based alone. There is an unknown factor. Even though you could be a star performer, but still, yes, it all means business. The business is not doing well. There could be a layoff, and not just the layoff. At least in India, you can look out for a alternative job. There is no time frame on which you need to look for job. You can maybe after 2 months, 3 months, you could get a job in India, or even 4 months, or take a rest and then search for a job. So all these flexibilities are not there in US, particularly if you are on a particular kind of a visa, unless you are on a green card or a citizen. All these troubles, bottlenecks are there. So those who are planning to get a degree, so do your homework, think about it, and then decide. So thanks for watching, and do subscribe to my channel. Thank you.